What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. Today, I decided to come on here and talk a little bit about swing trading and some of the top picks I'm looking for next week. I really want to spend some time comparing and contrasting the differences between swing and day trading because I think sometimes people get confused. So, if you're ready, my friends, let's step into the war zone. So, first and foremost, who do we have in the building? Any Trading Wars Army members? Len, what's going on, brother? TW Army, Mittel, GME, DTV, Ramon, what's going on, brother? Trading Wars Army, Sean, Trading Wars Army, good to see you. Produce Chips, what's going on? Anybody else here? Okay, let's begin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compare and contrast some of my day trades and swing trades. So that way you can get a better understanding. All right. So check this out, guys. So these were my gains so these two right here were my day trading gains on Friday. And this one down here, which was the NQ futures, is my swing trade. Okay. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start off with Neo. Okay. So when you're day trading, guys, a lot of the time you're going to need heavy size because you're trying to get in and out of position within 15 to 20 minutes. And it may, let's say, move only 50 cents, right? And because of that 50-cent move, you're going to need a lot of size. And a way to get around that is either using options or futures contracts or just using margin trading with shares. And that's exactly what I did here on Neo. So let me go ahead here and let's just mark up this trade so I can show you guys. So Neo, my short plan was $20.74. So I'm just going to do that right here, 20.74, and I'm going to talk to you about this. Okay, so this is one of our textbooks ways of trading. It's called a line in the sand. So the white line here is where I wanted to go short on Friday. I set this up the night before in the broker, and then we just wait for the actual open right there. Boom. That white line is our trigger to the short, and then we flush, right? So in this trade, I made $1,359. But in order to take this trade here, guys, I had to use margin to make that much money with shares. Okay. You could have made that much money using options, but remember, the options are also going to have the Greeks involved. So the sizing when you're day trading is going to be a lot more, but the benefit of that is you're in and you're out. So by the end of the day, you're out of the position. So you don't have any exposure of holding overnight. Because in the stock market, when you hold a trade overnight and it goes against you, so let's say, I shorted and I held Neo, and then the next day it opens up, let's say at $21.53. I have no protection overnight on that. And because of that, I could lose all my gains. I could lose more than my stop loss. I could get margin called. There's so many things that could happen. So the main benefit of day trading is getting in and out, heavy size, make your money, reset, go all cash, and come back the next day. All right. So hit me with a 2. Does that make sense to you guys? How do you go start with shares? You definitely need margin if you're going to do shares, and you can use some of these trading plans that I have in the Discord right here. And you just need to use this tool, which is called the position size calculator. So I'll show you as an example. So let's say I want to short on my white line and my stop loss is here. And let's say I want to risk $100. So then I need to buy 303 shares. Okay, so I always use this tool, helps me to calculate it. Also in the 100 trade challenge spreadsheet, I have calculators here for you. So all you have to do is just plug in your total account size, and it'll calculate your risk, and then it'll tell you how many shares to buy. For example, if you want to use shares, if you want to do futures, if you want to do options. So that's all in there, guys. That's in my Discord in case you need that. All right. Um, so we got ahead here, guys, heavy size. And let's now look at an example of a swing trade. Okay. So I've been swing trading the micro NQ futures contracts since June 17th. Okay. So that yellow line is my entry. And I've been holding this position, and I still am. I was able to get my stop loss to break even, and I almost got stopped out, but I'm still in the position. And the main pros and cons here are if we go sideways forever, I'm just stuck with the position, right? And because of that, it's a little bit hard mentally because when I was up here, guys, I was at like $1,700 in profit. Then we came back all the way down, almost back to zero. And then we went back up and then back down and back up. So that makes it a little bit difficult for traders, especially when the market is kind of choppy or moving back and forth. But the main benefit is that I get to take advantage of if the market makers are going to run up the market overnight, I'll be in it. So if they're going to run it up, I'll already be in there. I don't have to chase anything in a day trading perspective. So the other positive about this is you need less size. You don't need a lot of size because let's go back to Neo as an example, right? So in this case, you need 300 shares to take that short. But let's say you're going on a day trade here and you're going to swing Neo from $20 to $25, let's say. So you need way less shares because in this case, you're going for a $5 move. But when you're day trading, you're going for like a dollar move, 50 cents move. So obviously, you're going to need less sizing. So swing trading is a little bit more easier for small accounts because you don't require margin all the time, as well as you don't need to go that heavy on the size. All right. So, but like I showed you here, sometimes you get stuck and you just go sideways. But, this was one of the main ways that I grew my account as swing trading in the past was just buying contracts and holding them, futures contracts. And it was very, very profitable for me. But these days, because I've gotten a lot better at day trading, I really appreciate it a lot more. Making gains like this, guys, within 20, 30 minutes is really, really good for your psychology. And it also takes a lot of the fear out of it because you can lock in some profits. All right. I use Interactive Brokers. I'm not affiliated with them in any way. That's just the broker that I use. Hit me with a 6. Does that make sense? So we talked about the sizing, the pros and the cons, and now let's talk a little bit about the strikes, expiry, etc. So normally when you're trading swing trades, I like to go 2 weeks out in expiry, and in day trades, you either use the same Friday or if you're doing SPY, which we do, we have our SPY room, you have 3 strikes: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So SPY gives you a little bit more flexibility in order to, if you want to do more risk, you can get the closer expiring contract because it's going to move more volatile. Okay. So the next question is, should we have a stop loss or should we do full risk? And a lot of the times when you're swing trading options, it's just easier to take on the full risk of the contract because you don't want to get, if there's a big spike up and then a big spike down, if you have a stop loss, a lot of the times your stop loss is going to get hit, and then it might go back in your direction. So what I like to do is just take the full risk on the contracts. But when I day trade, I love to have a stop loss. Like with Neo, you guys, like I showed you guys, I had the stop loss up here, and then I also took Tesla. You can see here Tesla for $469. If I go down here to the 5-minute chart, so my entry in Tesla was right around 713, and then my stop loss was down here around 707. So when you day trade, you need to have a stop loss because your sizing is more bigger, right? And if you don't have a stop loss, that's how you can quickly blow up your account. So the next point is just really don't try to mix strategies together. If you have a day trade and it goes the wrong way and you want to stop out and you don't, and then you convince yourself it's a swing trade, that is a recipe to blow up your account. I've done it before, many people have, and just keep them separate. And in fact, I kind of recommend having 2 accounts for new traders, one for swing trading and one for day trading, and just really separate it and track the performance individually. Okay, so I would do a 100 trade challenge of swings, a 100 trade challenge of day trades, and then see which one is really best suited for your life, for the time you have, for the psychology that you have. You can make a lot of money doing both. Okay, so but for some people, the worst thing you can do is have a day trade that becomes a swing trade, and then you just end up bag holding something, and that could really destroy your account. Okay, so that's kind of the overview I wanted to do. Hit me with a 12 if that makes sense. Um, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to run some scans and I'm going to show you some swing plays that I'm looking at for next week. And just kind of give you guys a little bit of background on how I do swing trading. And essentially, guys, the way that I do swing trading, it always starts with a scan. So I always scan the stock market in order to find stock picks that suit me. And what I use is Trendspider. I use Trendspider I'm a partner with Trendspider. I have my own built-in indicators and my own built-in scanners. So I like to use them, and I'll show you how to run through the platform. And just before we get in, guys, if you're already using Trendspider and you want to get my setups and scans, just let them know you want to join the Trading Wars affiliate and they will hook you up with it. Or use code TWZ30 at checkout for 30% off. Okay, so let's get right into it. So the first things that I like to scan are blue raindrops. So right now, when I look at the swing trades, I want to go to the weekly chart because that's kind of like my main focus. Also the monthly, but the monthly chart has not closed yet because we're still halfway through the month. So if I go here, guys, the one stock that stood out to me extremely powerful was Tesla. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take some time to analyze this chart on Tesla. So let's go ahead here. And I've already had these drawn up for a long time. And let me recap why I think Tesla is a good pick. So let me just get this out of the way. Okay. So if we just scroll back here on Tesla, we could see that, Tesla obviously had a massive run, and then we had this pullback, right? So we had this run, we had this pullback, and then we had another run. And this right here, this pullback was based on Fibonacci's. So if I went ahead here and I just took a fib, so fib, if I did a fib from this anchor low to high right here, you could see we came right near the 618 and then we continued higher. So right now in Tesla, we have a lot of powerful patterns happening. So the first thing is we have the Trading Wars Holy Grail. So the Holy Grail is an outside inside bar, guys. And we had this pattern back in January 25, 2021. And it's the same pattern here. So this pattern doesn't necessarily mean it's bullish or bearish, but what the pattern means is that there's a lot of trap traders. So there's been traders, and you could see here since May, that have been trying so hard to make Tesla move either up or down, and it hasn't done that. And now what we also have is a inside bar and a blue raindrop. So you can't see the color blue because my inside color goes above it, but it's also a blue raindrop. And we had one back in June as well, which just led to a lot of back and forth. So at some point here, Tesla will break out of this range. It has to break out of this range. It's not going to stay sideways forever. But what I like about it now is that we have had a lot of chop and killing option premiums because we go sideways for so long. The premiums on the option contracts are going to take a hit, as well as there's going to be a lot of traders that are trapped in the trade. I also have a Fibonacci drawn up here, and we're pretty much sitting near the 786 and the 886 fib. So it could really go either way here, guys. If we break down here violently, I really think we're going to start to take out these lows on Tesla. But if we go to the upside, there is a lot of room as well. So I'm ready to trade both sides here. Um, I think the upside, there's a lot more potential gains, right? Because we did retrace basically 78 to 88% of this move. So there's a lot back to the upside. So I'm going to be watching Tesla extremely closely. Okay. And I also have here some sample trade plans that I posted in my Discord if anybody's interested. So I'm going to be using the 750 calls on Tesla, and you could sign up on the website. I'll show you guys that after, but I'll also try to post some free setups as well. All right. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you guys feel about Tesla? How do you guys feel? 10 being a great setup, 1 being a bad setup. What do you guys think? For me, I like to just look for rare patterns. This is an extremely rare one. We have the Holy Grail, Trading Wars Holy Grail, plus the Blue Raindrop, plus some Fibonacci. Don't think, we might never see this pattern again in our lifetimes. It could be possible because when Tesla starts to get going, it doesn't chop. It doesn't go like this sideways. There's bigger days that come. So let's continue here. And so what I'm looking for now, let's go to the Holy Grail scanner. Let's change this to the weekly, and then let's see if we can find any Holy Grails. All right, so boom, hit the scan. Let's see what we have. All right, Josh, take care, brother. Good luck at the 9 to 5, bro. I've been there before. Trust me. Appreciate you. All right, so we have some nice Holy Grails right here. We got Pfizer. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to switch it to candles. Beautiful Holy Grail on Pfizer. And you can see usually when we have Holy Grails, we kind of go sideways a bit, but then we have big moves. So that's why when I like to take these swings, I want to get at least 2 weeks to 3 weeks out to give it enough time to move. But that's a very powerful holy grail right there. And if I draw a fib here, we're also sitting on this. Oops, not that one. That's the wrong one. So if I take this Fibonacci tool and I go like this, you can see that we are right up on that 50% retracement. Okay. So that is extremely powerful. That's the sweet spot into the golden zone. We're looking from the 50 to the 786. We're in that zone and we have a confirmation candle. So I like that. Let's also try to run the auto fib and see what Trendspider does. So, I'm not a big fan of the auto fib. I'm going to work with Trendspider to help them make this better. But I don't really, I like to draw my own fibs. But let's go to the monthly. Sometimes they are pretty good. Like, I wouldn't really like. I would draw the fib this way instead. So they're still working on that, and that's fine. I'm gonna work with them to help them make that auto fib better because I think that's gonna be an amazing tool one day where you guys can just click the button and all the fibs will be drawn for you. So they got to get inside my brain and code my brain. All right. What else do we have here? So back to the holy grails. We had um we had Tesla. We already saw that one. We had, why do I gotta, I shouldn't have removed it. So, anyways, Google, nice one. I mean, I've been holding Google for a very long time. Google, like, look at this run, guys, back from the COVID crash. An impressive run. And we have just similar to Tesla, a lot of chop in the last few months. And now we're putting in this consolidating pattern, this holy grail. Holy grail, you could see very similar pattern near the highs that took us back down. And we had a very powerful holy grail January 11, 2021. That was the start of a massive run. So Google is on my radar and we're ready to go. So let's see this brother here say, so like this is an example of a good fib. Okay. So this is an example of a good fib where we're taking it from hit the auto fib. We're taking it from the low to the high. And you could see right here, guys, right near the 50%, the algorithm was waiting on Google to just run it back up. So now we're in this great zone here and I will be watching Google extremely closely. So we have Google, we have Tesla, we have Pfizer. So far, those are the three that I'm really, really focusing on. Let's go ahead to the Nirvana and see if we can get any Nirvana patterns. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you guys feel about Google? You think that's a good one? What do you guys think? Really, I really like Google because I've made a lot of money trading Google. Not really trading it, but just investing in it, really. And anytime there's a dip, I love to buy it. I love to buy Google. So right here, guys, on the Nirvana pattern, I don't really trade any of these. I don't trade any of these pharmaceuticals, but we do see the Nirvana right here, a very powerful pattern. A lot of the times when we do get the Nirvana, the Trading Wars Nirvana, we get a lot of movement. So you could see that. So if anybody's interested in this, you can definitely check that out. But I personally do not trade that name at all. So let's go back to the Holy Grail. And this is something that a lot of people probably don't know, but we could also just do a simple inside bar scan. All right. So what we can do here for the inside. So does algos work on everything? Anything that has high volume will likely have an algorithm. Anything that's in the index will likely have algorithms. So for example, Tesla is a part of SPY, Google is part of SPY and the Qs, right? So because of that, it's kind of indirectly related to that. And there will likely be algorithms trading. All right. So let's go ahead here and let's go into, let me show you how to just scan for inside bars. So if you want to just do that, just get rid of that outside bar right there. Keep it on the inside bar and hit scan. And this will bring up simple inside bars. Okay. And this is also very powerful. So here we go. We got target here as an example. Let me just remove this. We have target, this is a very rare pattern on target. We have an outside double inside. So don't think we've seen that ever here. Double inside bar. No, I don't see one going back all the way to 2017. I don't see one. So very, very rare pattern right here. So we got to watch this for sure. Okay. We have to watch this. Nike, we always make a lot of money on Nike, guys. This one also very, very powerful pattern. Let's try to put the auto fib. Beautiful. I love that right there, guys. We have Wait 1 second. Where is it taking this anchor? That's kind of weird. Should be a little bit more down. So wait, let me draw it then. I don't think that's right. Okay, so let me draw it. So the reason why I'm suspecting that this right here is probably a 618 or 786. There we go. Right on the 618, guys. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And when we get setups like this, a lot of the times you're gonna see um bigger institutions, bigger investors taking these plays. Because just imagine this, right? Nike was at 180. It's at $104 right now. So these type of scenarios are potential once in a lifetime opportunities for investors, also for also for institutions. And if I just draw this previous all-time high, which was over here, you could see we actually came all the way back to the previous all-time high and is testing it as support. And that is pretty crazy setup right there, guys. That's a pretty crazy setup. Yeah, so you could do this with options or shares. It does not matter how you choose to do it. You can invest in it. And with the options, I have some options posted. So I'm looking primarily next week at Tesla and Nvidia, but these are all great picks that you can look at as well. So let's go ahead here and look at Nvidia, because that is also one that's on my list. Really like this tight inside bar here. So the way that I look at this is if we do start to break back down through 146, 147, there's a lot of bulls that will be trapped right here and they could flush it down. But also, if we turn around up here, there's a lot of potential to get back up. So I'm looking for Nvidia and Tesla next week, primarily right here. And I already posted the entry, stop, and targets in the room, and as well as the options that I recommend. So you guys can use these ones too. I'm going to share this with you guys for free. So I'm going for August 5th, 750 call, 160 call if we break to the upside only. Okay. If we go to the downside, I'll reassess and maybe look for some puts. All right, so there we go, guys. Okay, so that's pretty much how I do the scans and how I come up with the picks. And I hope, I'm really known for day trading and SPY. And I really just wanted to see if some of you guys are interested in these swings. And I wanted to share some of the process with you because you could definitely make a lot of money doing that. So, hit me with a one if you enjoyed this type of stream. It's a little bit different than what I normally do, but hit me with a one if you like that. And the other thing, what I'm going to do here, guys, is let's just do a quick market analysis. Okay. And I'm going to look at the Qs and we can also look at SPY. All right. So let's just do a quick market analysis. All right. So I like to start off here on the weekly chart. And if we just look back down here, this is where we had the COVID crash right there, right? That was in 2020. So from that point, the market had rallied exceptionally, right? Over, close to 150% rally. And because of that, guys, whenever you have something that goes violently up, it will come down violently at some point as well. And the reason is this. If you bought here, so I did buy here. I loaded up on Microsoft, Google, all those stuff that I was telling you about. What's going to happen when we get up here? At some point, the people that bought down here are going to say, you know what? I got to start taking some profits, especially if they're short-term traders. So, and then we also have a combination of traders that are buying all-time highs because of FOMO. So when we start to come down, we have a combination of FOMO traders and long-term traders that are covering their position. And we come down violently like this. Jarvis, Sewell, welcome, brother, to the Trading Wars Army. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, brother. Let's go ahead and welcome Jarvis with the TW Army, SPY, and VIP. So from that point, guys, we could clearly see Fibonacci's in play, right? So the first leg we had here, if I take it from high to the last anchor, we came right to the 618 and we put in this inverted hammer, right? And we took it all the way down to the extensions, right? We took it all the way down to the extensions. So how did I get involved right here at 11,291? I'll show you. So what I'll need to do here is I'll need to go to MES, which is the S&P 500. So I usually base my decisions off of the S&P 500 first. And then if I want to get more volatility, I'll go to the Qs. because the Qs, the NQ is a more volatile. And you could just see, look at the chart for the Qs and look at the chart for SPY. You see how the pullback on SPY is less deep than the pullback on the Qs, because the Qs, they move a lot more volatile. So what I did here was I did the same thing. I took the Fibonacci from the high to the low. You could see that this one the SPY in general is more bullish, right? Because you could see it went deeper, right? Compared to the NQ, it didn't even break the 618, whereas SPY broke it, right? So we came here and we came all the way down here, guys, to the 618 extension. So what I did here, guys, is a little strategy I call symmetry, Fibonacci symmetry. 618 pullback to 618 extension. And a lot of the times, the algorithms, what they do is they take it from 618 to 618. So meaning that they're programmed mathematically buying at a 61.8% pullback, selling at a 61.8% extension. That's how you take a complicated algorithm and you do the math behind it. That's like where they get to, right? So does that make sense to you guys? Hit me with a 2 if that makes sense. So when I saw this come in, this symmetry, I realized that this could be a once in a lifetime opportunity to try to go long. Doesn't mean it's going to be the bottom of the stock market, but it gives me a good opportunity. And that's what we look at as traders. We just look for opportunities. And that's why I went to the NQ, and on the yellow line, I got in long. So let me show you why I did that. It's because of this inside bar. So the inside bar was like my entry, but the bigger analysis comes from the weekly chart. So I came in here on the yellow line, and I I was very close to getting stopped out here because I moved my stop loss to break even, but I'm still riding the position right now. And if I go back to the weekly here, we could see that we put in the double inside bar pattern, extremely rare pattern. And if we do start to take these lows out, guys, you could see, look how the lows are forming like this ascension here, right? These are all fib. It's a stair stepping of Fibonacci's, right? And if we go to the daily chart, I could show you that. So here is the low to the high. You could see we came right in on the 618. And then if I draw the other one again from low to high, you could see again, we came back in on the 786. So that stair stepping is the fibs. We're stepping up the stairs. And if we do start breaking down the stairs, I do think we will flush pretty hard. But for now, I'm positioned pretty well here. And let's see where we can go. And I don't think there was a double inside bar on the Qs. Let's go to the NQ and see the last time we had a double inside bar. I don't remember one. Trying to see if I could find one for you. Nope. Let's keep going back in time. Let's see if we can find one. So that's why I like sharing these stuff with you guys. I like when things are rare. I like to give you guys insights when things are rare, because I don't want you to miss out on an opportunity that you're going to regret. You know, I don't want you to be like, well, I should have done this, I should have done that. Guys, I don't see any. I went all the way back to 1999. Unless I missed something, I don't see any double inside bars. So I don't know, man. Maybe this is really a once in a lifetime. Is there anyone? I don't know, guys. If you happen to find a double inside bar on the weekly chart for the NQ, let me know. But I do not see one. All right, guys. So that's my outlook here. Market is in a very rare situation right now, and I am positioned long. So let's see how it goes. All right. Thank you very much for your time, my friends. You are much appreciated. I appreciate you joining me on a Saturday. I'm gonna go to the gym now and try to get some gains. Okay. So take care. Don't forget to leave a comment. One thing that I want to say, guys, and this is important for anybody that is serious and that stuck around, is this: I want to give away $500 cash. All right, hit me with an 8 if that sounds like a good idea. I want to give away $500 cash for somebody to start a small account challenge with me, like a like a futures micro contract account, something like that. So I'm thinking about doing that. And because I've been getting a lot of love and support, and whenever people support me, I will support them. And but what I want to do in for that, guys, wait, hold up, brother, we got a brother right here. Anthony, welcome to the Trading Wars Army, brother. Appreciate you. Let's welcome Anthony with the TW Army Spy and VIP. Welcome, brother. So what I want to do is this. I am currently sitting at 22,000 subscribers. And at the beginning of the year, my goal was to get 25,000 subscribers. That was the goal that I written out for myself. And let me just go to my channel right here. So I'll show you guys some stuff. So we'll go right here. So I have almost, I think it's like 486 videos. And I will say this, guys, that the content that I put out, and most of you know this that I've been trading for a long time, is I could charge people thousands of dollars because there's people that sell moving average crossover strategies that don't work for 5 grand, and they share with you charts from the 1950s. But I I go live every single day. Okay, maybe one day out of the week I won't go live, or depends. But I'm live pretty much 6 to 7 days a week, and I recap my trades every single day. I recap my trades, and I'm trying to do something different. Like, I want to be transparent and show what I do every day. And that's why I show the Discord commentary every day, and I leave my commentary here for people to see what I do. And I recap it. And every Sunday I do the spy recaps. And I really feel like in my heart that I could reach a larger audience and I could help so much more people. I really feel like that, because the big channels that I see are just always just pushing fear, not education. It's always like FOMO or fear. You know what I mean? Like, and I just really want to hit a bigger platform. That's my life goal. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is, can you guys help me get to 25K subs? Please subscribe, and I'm gonna just do a $500 giveaway when we get there. And I think we could do it in a month if we try really hard. All right. So please, guys, subscribe, leave a comment. You guys know, and I know that the content is really good. And one of the bigger YouTubers, I think his name is Rainer TEO. He did a like a poll, and I was rated number two or number one. I can't remember, for like one of the best educational content YouTube streams, but I don't really see that reflecting in the subs. So I'm gonna give you guys an extra incentive. I'm gonna throw some money out there to also give you the money so you could trade as well, right? I'm not just gonna give you money to go to the club and sip on Hennessy, but you could do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I would rather you take it and try a challenge, try the 100 trade challenge. All right. So guys, help me out here. I'll continue to do my part for the community, and I appreciate you guys. Look, as always, check me out at tradingwars.com. You know where I'm at. If you want to come trade with us live next week, what I would recommend, my friends, is grab the book, grab the fib book, grab any one of these books. All of my books talk about fibs. Uh, any one of them are good to start. You get 1 month for free with the purchase of the book. You get all of my indicators for lifetime, and you can come trade with us live on Monday. What I recommend is this: if you do want to join the room, go back to the beginning of the week and read through all my live commentary and follow along on the charts in live time and get yourself ready for Monday. Also, go through the Fibonacci live setup rooms where we draw the Fibonacci in real time so that you can make sure you're ready to rock. Okay. All the education is here at your fingertips. So check me out here. You can also sign up right here on the main page if you're interested. And anyways, guys, thank you so much. And I will check you out tomorrow for Sunday Stock Talk. We're going to be looking at all the trades for SPY. So that's going to be a good one. All the trades for the week. And I'll be showing you all the strategies. Thank you very much. Take care.